Hello, this is Sherry Truhlar with Red Apple Auctions. I am so excited to present this event to you today by a series of photos. It's an event that I worked in May of 2017. It's a two-day affair called Vintage Amarillo. It's a wine auction for the Amarillo Symphony, raising money for their education programs. And what I like about it is that I very often have groups that will call me and say, Sherry, we've got the best event in our area, but boy, we've got to maintain our competitive edge. People come to our event to see what we do and then take ideas back to their own fundraisers and they start copying. So we're always looking for that next best thing, or how can we be unique? And I think this is a nice example of that. I was visiting with a symphony out of Indiana the other day. They are doing something similar in their community. They have a lobster fest. And they said, a lot of people don't know how lobsters are made. And we bring in this guy from Maine and he digs a big pit and people get to see the lobsters as they're cooking. And then we all sit down for a lobster meal. These types of unique events can draw people on their own. So if you're thinking about, well, what can we do that's a little bit different? That would be an example, but this might be an example too. A wine auction in Amarillo, Texas, doing a nice job. It's not one of the top 10 wine auctions in the country. It's not even in the top 20 wine auctions in the country, but they've done something that's cool for their community. One of the individuals who was instrumental in pulling this together this year, he said, a few years ago, we had this big West Coast wine auctioneer come out, and he said he kind of snubbed us. He was like, this is all you've got as far as the wine goes? And he said, hey, we're Amarillo. This is good wine. It's good wine for us. And it is good wine. It's not $4,000 a bottle wine, but it's good wine. And for that community, it works. And the same could be for you. So let's talk a little bit about this. It's a two-day affair. The first night is a preview party. I think that's a $50 ticket. They try to target about 60 people coming to that. The next night is a formal sit-down dinner. About maybe 110 people come to that, and that's, I think, $125 a ticket, something like that. The photos that you're looking at now are from that preview party, that first night, casual event. People come in. I don't even think the silent auction, it was available, but I'm not sure if people could bid yet. I think it was just open for preview. It was primarily about food. And since they were featuring Spanish wines this year, they had Spanish food, wonderful food. So during that preview party with those roughly 60 people, we sold raffle tickets. We ate great food, we had conversation, and then we sold 5 items in a live auction format. Very casual. I had a couple of them were wines. One was a trip, one was a dinner, and I think the other one was some sort of item. Oh, look at that paella. Is that not fabulous? It was beautiful. Tasted great too. So that's what was going on during the preview party. It was designed to really bring in some young professionals with that lower ticket price and so forth. And then the following night, when they had the gala, that became more of a what you might imagine a traditional auction, dinner auction to be. Oh, we had a wine pull. I forgot about that too. We had a wine pull. I think that was $20, maybe $25. And they also allowed people, they had an area where they had a professional photographer taking photos and so forth. The silent auction, the photos that you're going to see here, that's it right there. You're going to see some wines. And for those of you that know wines, you might recognize some of these wines. You may not. But they work with a lovely woman out of a wine shop there in Amarillo who's knowledgeable. They have a bit of a budget, so what they'll do is they'll invest in some wines and bring in unique wines to the community that other people maybe haven't heard of and so forth. And she's working with them on that. Is this the Riedel? No. One of the things that they offered in the silent auction was a Riedel wine tasting. People could sign up for that for, I don't know, $100 maybe. Oh, there it is. Can't read it. $125 per person. I think there was another one that was for a wine tasting with members of the symphony. The live auction had 28 items, over half were wine. One of the items was this painting that you're seeing be prepared right now. A local artist came in and painted an Italian scene, and then we just sold that painting right there. But we also sold trips, we also sold dinners and so forth. But like I said, over half of the lots were wine. Mixed lots, they were 12 different Cabernet Sauvignons or 3 whites you didn't know you shouldn't be living without. Those kinds of things. There's the display right now on that screen. You can see what that looks like for the live auction. And look at this beautiful gala room. This was held at a community college in the reception area. Beautifully done, bright colors, sunflowers, very pretty. That first night was more of a casual affair. The second night I got dressed up. I got a lot of people who liked that. It was because of the Spanish theme, and the gal that I'm with right there was her and her husband are both knowledgeable about wine and helped pull the catalog together. So I wanted to get a photo with her since she was in red and black as well. So this is just one example. And the Lobster Fest, I guess, being another that I mentioned earlier on. What can you be doing in your community to stay cutting edge, that you're bringing something new to the community that people are interested in, something different? Maybe this gives you some ideas of what you could do to make your event the standout event for your nonprofit. Now, for other great ideas, always check out my website. That's at redappleauctions.com. Thank you for listening, and as always, good luck to you in your benefit auction.